welcome. Yes, you're in the new Providence. When niggas get to snapping like they got no common sense. When we approach with confidence, we go with confidence. Cause I'm consistent enough to throw the hardest to the fence.
Yeah, bitch, I'm on top of my game. So when you take my picture, put it in a superstar frame.
Now I get steady looks, cause I got heavy push. A playmaker with the rock, no Reggie Bush. Yeah, the Betty look kinda like a heavy book. They ready shook cause they already heard the hook.
Chill.
Poured up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Beer Bros. We are back in the building. Woo! We got some nice games. 2 big, tall, 40-ounce worth of games on the slate on the road to the Super Bowl. But let's get this show kicked off, man. It is your guy, Jay Reeves, the gambler, in here with my player partner, Silly C with the numbers.
It's your boy. Let's get him.
It's your boy. Yes, most definitely. That is my boy, and we are here to chop it up with you, man. But before we go forward, we must look back into the fixation of last week, and they were serving up a whole bunch of rigatoni. Silly C, can you tell me, what did you come up a day late and a dollar short on, man? Player props, team totals, odds, spreads. What's going on there?
Man, mine really came with just I was so confident that the Bills was just gonna take it. I was so confident that they were gonna win it. So I kind of went. Yeah, I've lost all kinds of parlays having them wrapped up in it. And yeah, it was pretty devastating. Pretty much the Bills got me.
That was extremely devastating. Not only did they get you, but it seems like we were getting hit with the same bullets. Because I was checking out that game, and I was like, you know what, man? They got to be doing this one for Damar Hamlin. This has to be a setup. I know the WWE script in this game, so I kept hitting Buffalo Bills on the money line, plus 146, plus 120. Just kept stabbing it. Lost all my bread there. I want to jump into something that I had going on, man. It was Joe Burrow and Josh Allen to each throw 2 touchdown passes. Joe Burrow got there real quick, first quarter. Josh Allen, not so much. Didn't throw 1 touchdown pass. Major dud. But what I really want to hop into, what really stung me, man, I knew which way to go. At the beginning of the week, Boston Scott, the Giants player, he had a touchdown prop of plus 390. They worked it all the way down to plus 320 by game time. The public was all over that. I was like, man, there's no way. There's no way Boston Scott can score for the 3rd time this year against the Giants. And then he punched one in. Yes, plus 390. I hella missed out on that one. So see, and that not only that, they said that Boston Scott has scored 19 touchdowns in his whole career. He has 11 of them against the Giants. That man always goes ham against the Giants. I'm going to throw one more right on top of the pile. This has nothing to do with football, man. LeBron James has scored 40 points against every team in the NBA except for the Los Angeles Clippers. He just played them the other night. He was sitting at plus 410. And guess what LeBron did? You know what LeBron did? He dropped 46. He dropped 46. Just too scared to hit that button, man. Day late and a dollar short on all that bullshit, man. But we moving on. We about to stack your pockets with bread this weekend, man. Let's get into it, man. We have a nice game coming up here, man. San Francisco 49ers versus the Philadelphia Eagles, man. They got the Eagles sitting at minus 2.5. The 49ers plus 126 on the money line. The Philadelphia Eagles minus 148. And it's a total of over under 46.5, man. Let's jump right into it. Let's go ahead and crack this 40-ounce open.
Yeah, so when it comes to the top players in this game, there's going to be a lot of hitters in this one. with that over under, I'm really liking the speed of this game. I think it's going to be a high paced game. Um, with that being said, at number 5, we got Devonta Smith. Number 4, we got Brock Purdy, definitely playing balling out. AJ Brown.
Yes, sir.
Christian Mack himself. And Mr. Hurts. Now, this top 5 list pretty deep. Again, when we do drill through here, drop down. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is just a beast everywhere he goes. Called it last week, and he did the same thing. Go ahead and unpack that top 5 for me.
Man, I'm going to start with Skinny Batman. This man has explosive play after explosive play every time he steps up on the field. Brock Purdy, he's been playing some Purdy football lately. He may run into a wall in this game. AJ Brown, a little lackluster last game, but you know what AJ Brown does, man. He's going to be out there doing AJ Brown things, man. I expect a really big week from AJ Brown, 100-plus yards. Get him in there on your touchdown. I'm going straight AJ Brown on this one. C-Mac, he's a little banged up this week. I don't know if you heard, Silly, but the boy C-Mac ain't really been practicing. That with a little calf strain, that doesn't bode well for his production. But Jalen Hurts, that man is a machine out there doing it with his legs and his arm. He may be putting the hurting on the 49ers, man. Let me go and jump into this props or the odds, man, rapid fire. Silly, see, I need to know what you got with the numbers on this one. Not even the numbers, just how you feel. I'm going to break down some numbers for you. I got Deebo Samuels versus that boy we talking about right there, A.J. Brown. They got Deebo Samuels sitting at 51.5 receiving yards, and A.J. Brown is sitting at 70.5 receiving yards. So let's see. Who's the props or the ops, man? Let me know.
Ooh, in this one, I'm going to have to go with A.J. Brown. I do feel that he's going to get a big play, possibly. I think he does get a touchdown in this game, and I'm going to say probably 80 to 90 yards. So I'm going to say he's the props.
I'm going to have to be in agreement with you. And the reason being, Darius Slay, big play Slay. We got Avonte Maddox and James Bradbury. 3 lockdown corners. Deebo Samuels won't be punking nobody on the field this week. Man, the next one I got for you, George Kittle versus that boy we call Skinny Batman. This is a touchdown prop. Who's about to get into the end zone, Silly? We got George Kittle sitting at plus 185. We got Skinny Batman sitting at plus 180. Who you got?
This one's kind of hard to say. I do feel in this case Skinny Batman's going to get in there. I feel that's where he's the props. Let's go.
Damn. Well, we on the same side, man. There's no need to talk about this anymore. Props all around the board. So with that being said, seems like we're leaning heavy towards the Eagles in this. Silly, what you got for me? What's your prediction? Let me know what you think about the over under, man. 46 in the hooker walking down the street. You said you're expecting a little bit of explosion in this game. What you got?
I definitely I'm gonna kind of stay away from the points. I would take Philly on the money line, but over under, I do think this is going to be a high scoring game. I'm probably calling maybe 28-30 plus a team. So I'm going to go ahead and say the over.
And then who you picking? You said Philly on the money line, right?
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and touch on that right quick. Philly on the money line. I just go ahead and punched up the numbers. You throw down a nice little 50 piece. It's returning you 33 back. I'm going to have to show just a tad bit more onions, man. I say Philly minus 2.5. When we get into these games, you know they get played extremely tight, but they're under that key number of 3.5, man. So I got to take Philly in this spot, minus 2.5. And I'm also going with you above 46.5, man. I think this could be 30-21, 34-17. Either way it goes, it gets us there. We getting over the number in this game. We both rolling with Philly. Let's go to the next game, man. We got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. This number has been fluctuating ever since it came out on Sunday, man. I hopped on it on Sunday. I'm not going to even lie to you, man. I'm going to tell you straight up. Actually, I'm going to save that for later. We got it sitting now at a straight up pick 'em. They have the Cincinnati Bengals at plus 102 and KC minus 120 and an over under of 47.5. What we doing here? Silly, what we doing here?
Man, this is another one of them games where
TK Holiday.
It's very easy to say that any one of these teams could win, and I really have liked the momentum the Bengals have carried. But when we start with number 5, we got Travis Kelce in this mix.
Okay.
Number 4, we're gonna go to Mr. JC himself.
Oh my God, blazing the field.
Then we got Mr. Mahomes, and you're gonna be shocked at some of these next ones because next we got Joey Burrow.
Okay, I'm not shocked at all.
Based on my little back end formula and calculation, the number 1 player of this game will be Joe Mixon, and I do see him.
Now that's a shocker.
I do see him being the get a quick touchdown, a nice little break. He's definitely going to get a lot of receptions. So, again, when we do go through this season, though, going against Mr. Mahomes is kind of he's steady. Over 5,000 passing yards and 41 touchdowns. So,
man, some fiery numbers right there. Some fiery stats right there.
Yeah. So, when you look at that, go ahead and unpack that top 5 for me.
Man, let's start at the top of this list, man. We got 2 strong cups of Joe, man. I'm talking no cream, no sugar. They are serving it up to you raw. And Joe Mixon could have an extremely huge game here. Catching 5 touchdowns or rushing in, combination of 5 touchdowns. I don't know if that could happen. I could easily see Joe Mixon having 2 touchdowns in this game, man. Don't quote me on that, but go ahead and look that up on your FanDuel account. Joe Burrow, he's so cool, man. He's so cool. He just seems unfazed about anything. I did not like the way they conducted themselves after that Bills game. That may come back to bite him in the ass, but that's neither here nor there. Patrick Mahomes, a little banged up. He's out there twerculating on the field, jumping around, kind of acting the fool. Like, look at me. I'm not hurt. Usually, they try to keep these things under wraps, but they're like, you know what? Nothing's wrong with Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to have to believe him. Jamar Chase, game buster, the X Factor. This man could literally break open any game at any given time. They have to keep their eye on this man, but he's just too good, man. And Travis Kelce, number 1 tight end in the league for the last 5 years. There's not much more you can say about him. He really did his thing on Sunday. I feel like he's going to continue to do his thing, man. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the props of the ops. Silly C, I got for you Joe Burrow versus Patrick Mahomes. 2 guys on this list, man. We got Joey B sitting at 276 in the hook on the passing yards. Patrick Mahomes, 282 in the hook on the passing yards. Who is the props? Who is the ops?
You know, we go through these shows. We go over it over and over and over. And it's really interesting to tell you that Joey, when you play perfect, like Joey Cool does, when he gets into the situation, like perfect gets you 2 Super Bowls. Mahomes can get a little risky sometimes. Joey Cool, you know, he does not bend or anything. Joey Cool, I think in this case, is the props.
Woo! Man, it's really hard to disagree with you, man, but I am definitely going to have to go with Magic Mahomes, man. I think he busts fools over their head top for that 300 yards he was supposed to get last week. That player prop that everybody was on, and he went extremely under due to his high ankle sprain. I think he's about to come out there. I think he's about to really ball out, man. He doesn't have to really do magical things. He can get it done from the pocket, just standing there, man. So I'm going with Patrick Mahomes. He's going with Joe Burrow. Who the people going with? Hey, that's up to you to decide. We just stacking your pockets with cash. Hey, yo, man, Last props to the ops. Tell me who you got on this one. This man didn't make this list for a touchdown score. Neither one of them made this list. We got T. Higgins versus Jerick McKinnon. T. Higgins is sitting at plus 165. Jerick McKinnon is sitting at plus 160. Silly C, who's going to pay dirt?
Man, I think this is kind of easy just because I've seen him get like 17, I believe, targets in one game. McKinnon is going to get a touchdown somehow in this game. I'm pretty sure of it. So I'm going McKinnon props.
Yeah, man. I would definitely have to agree with you, especially with Mahomes not being that mobile. So you go to the short yardage receiving game, man. But I'm going to have to disagree just to do it, man. I'm going to say T. Higgins, man. T. Higgins crossed the stripe up in this one, man. Hey, yo, let's go on back to full screen, man. Let's go on ahead and revisit our Super Bowl picks. Now we're going to jump right into it, man. Our boy, V.O. the Face. He's not here with us right now, so I'm going to jump into his picks. He told us the last time he was on this program that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Cincinnati Bengals with Tampa Brady winning the Super Bowl. That was his prediction. Blow that shit up. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. He's not here, so get that prediction out of here. I went back and looked at my boy Silly C's picks. He had Dallas versus the Buffalo Bills with the Bills winning. That shit is blown all the way up. Then you go to your boy Jay Reese's picks. I had the Buffalo Bills taking on the Philadelphia Eagles with the Bills. They just fuck the Bills. I'm gonna say it right here and right now. Fuck the Bills. You guys will never get it done. I should have known I couldn't trust them once they went to 4 Super Bowls in a row back in the day and didn't win none of them. They ain't never gonna win shit. So with that being said, we got a clean slate. I'm gonna go ahead and break these numbers down for you. You let me know what you think. At the top of the list, we got the Philadelphia Eagles sitting at plus 230. We got the Kansas City Chiefs sitting at plus 260. The Cincinnati Bengals sitting at plus 280. And the San Francisco 49ers sitting at plus 320. This is to win the Super Bowl. Now, you tell me right now, it should be pretty easy for us, you would think, but it's not. You know why? Because we don't know the WWE script they're going to pull out on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But, Silly C, go ahead and navigate me through it, man. Who is your Super Bowl winner?
I feel that the NFC doesn't have a good enough quarterback, I feel, to win Super Bowl. I do feel Hurts, if his scrambling ability and all that is good, but I'm pretty sure that one of the quarterbacks on the other side in the AFC is going to be the ones to win. So if you're putting your money up, I would definitely put it on one of those teams. Me personally, I'm going to go ahead and go with Joey Cool and the Bengals. I feel they fell short last year, and I feel this is their year. I think Mahomes he's got the team. He just doesn't have really a lot of players around him, and I think that's going to hurt him in the long run.
Agreed.
Kelsey can't be everywhere.
He can. And for the price point, I would have to roll with you on Cincinnati. But from my personal standpoint and view of this whole game, my dad told me before he got up out of here a couple years ago, he was like, son, defense wins Super Bowls. So I'm looking at the best defense left out of these 4 teams. And it's going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the Bengals, yes, they're magical. They're going to do their thing. I don't know. They may go to the Super Bowl. They may win it. That's a nice bet. KC always has opportunity to be there. I'm not really expecting for a rookie quarterback who's never done it. It's never been done before. A rookie quarterback has never won the Super Bowl. So you could take Brock Purdy, go ahead, crumple him up, chuck him on up out of here, man. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. sitting at plus 230, man. That's the best defense left in these playoffs, man. This championship weekend, the road to the Super Bowl, man. Silly C, before we go ahead and wrap this up, any last words for me?
Man, just it's been a great year. You know, I was able to take home a fantasy ring, so that was good. You know,
Congrats.
VO didn't take one home, so that was good as well. But yeah, other than that, you know, love and peace and chicken grease.
Most def, man. Like you said, it was awesome. Just fantasy football year, just a football year all around, man. And we're coming down to the end. I don't know, man. Just a whole bunch of fun doing this podcast. A whole bunch of fun just watching football games, man. Just a whole bunch of love out there to the people who do watch and support this show, man. But I want to try to remember one thing, man. When it's you against the sports book, Bear Bros, we got your back.